Saturday Showdown, T1 deck, Genji Esports.
We can only wonder. And now Bulldog trying to decide on what to play and goes with the Zeri. Some interesting compositions coming out here.
These are champions that have been picked. Well, looking forward to it. We do have confirmation as well. Kingen, 100% win rate on the Lee Sin. Let's get into game number 1.
Okay, well, they're definitely going to have an idea for now. The fact that Dudu's coming down to help out with this.
I'm getting a little bit confused now because there's 2 junglers on D+'s side, and now we're lane swapping, so it's just odd. It's all right. Q gonna miss. So Kingen's still getting his eye in. Kellen, he's gonna go for his turn. Let's see how this one goes as the point-blank Q. That one's gonna land, and Kingen somehow manages to skip through the minions. That was very nice. So the upgrade in accuracy, quite high.
Yep, just kind of bullying out Bulldog here, trying to make him have a hard time. Not that much fun, but it's this weird triple laning.
I feel like the karma can be pretty powerful in these lane swap scenarios as Kingen goes in once again. This level 1 experimentation of the Lee Sin is kind of working out, but there are 3 bad guys there. Cuz also in a little bit of trouble as the Sand Soldier's getting involved. Kingen was still on fire while he was looking for an angle to get back in, but he's still lurking. And he's still level 1. As now the Hawkshot is going to spot him out. Oh dear. He's totally fine because there is a teleport coming into the bottom lane. Leaper is going to dive towards Kingen, who gets the heal from Kellen and uses Bulldog to taxi back to his teammate so he doesn't have to flash.
Isolated Kingen was, Andal he went for the flash Q instead of the E flash, and I think if he E flash, he was just dead.
Oh, aiming actually misses the W there as Andal goes in, finds the Shield of Daybreak. Aiming, holding onto the cleanse for now. That is certainly good.
This time it's like, no, I'm cleansing.
Well, now Kellen is taking a fair bit of damage. Aiming, missing a few of these Qs. But there is a Sejuani making her way in alongside a Zac. And so just some tanks hitting each other with some buttons that don't really do anything.
Who are you going to jump on? And who you're realistically going to be able to get on top of?
Well, Lucid is now here, and so Cuz going to have to back away, so Cuz goes for the Stretch Armstrong, and he does have stretchy arms, but that's all he's going to demonstrate.
Yeah. Partially due to the lane shenanigans. It looks like the focus now is towards the bot lane.
As Andal's going to go in, some W's landing here, as in goes the Elastic Slingshot once again. Glacial Prison goes down though as Cuz, he's getting smaller and smaller, and he will be divided cellularly. As Aiming's going to be able to take this last one. There it goes, first blood onto the Zac. And we're still perplexed as to why it was picked. Yeah. Oh, Leap is going to have to flash. Andal also going to have to flash. That is a scary piggy.
But he wasn't, you know,
well, there's an arrow onto Lucid. He has Frost Armor, so he keeps himself alive for quite some time, but still he's going to go down. Bulldog collects that kill. The first one for Quandong Freaks goes to the Zeri. That is good news. As now Kingen looking for an angle, misses the Q though onto Andal, so he's not getting in there. Quandong Freaks now looking for 6 grubs as well, and if they can lock this down.
Fancy plates have kind of been smashed already for Quandong Freaks. They've got to get out like the reserve ones.
Yeah, bit of a Greek wedding. It's all right, Dudu just going to be snagged by a Q, but otherwise he should be okay. Decent Narbar positioning there as well, as now Aiming getting in amongst it. The Manganar will be coming in. The W comes down, True Shot Barrage is there, and Dudu is now just stranded. There's the Q. And you saw the True Shot Barrage damage, right? Yeah, it was about the same as that Q.
Yeah, but it's not going to be a fun time for Quandong Freaks.
Do you think that Aiming might get the most gold this game? Is Bulldog's just going to come over and execute Kellen? I'm not sure what Kellen's idea was there, but Lucid's going to come on in. Bulldog going to get flashed on by Aiming. The last couple of autos are going to do it. He just stands his ground. He wanted Cuz to come over to him. The Stretch Armstrong comes through, and the arrow is going to sail into the Sejuani, and Showmaker's here, guys. So I don't think that Quandong Freaks are going to be able to answer back too much.
He just keeps going to go further. Oh, TP flank coming in from Kingen.
Let's see whether Kingen can actually find a good kick angle here, as Cuz going to get spotted on that control ward. There is the delivery of Leaper, and he's Ash. He doesn't have flash. He's not getting out of this one. As now Bulldog, he might get sent over the wall, and he will. Kingen has his waiting arms there, and that is going to be the Tempest to take him down. Oh man, D+ just kind of turning it on.
One of the beautiful things with Lee Sin top lane is that you just get a TP into a flank angle. Lee Sin jungle never gets to do that.
Yeah.
And so comes straight in, gets a beautiful kick on a Leaper, and things quickly falling apart for the Quandong Freaks. some autoing, some good autoing. Just tanks the Zac combo. It's like, I've already got the Triforce self, I'm fine.
Yeah. He finds W, finds a whole bunch of extra damage. That's weird. Is that a thing that aiming often does?
Well, at least it's only a pick like Ezreal. You haven't seen him be that strong before.
Wait, walking into the enemy jungle with impunity, maybe not the right move, but the Glacial Prison goes down. Now it's Kingen finding the angle. True Shot Barrage connects and takes out the Ashe. And so they'll trade 80 carry. Oh, and jungle perhaps. There's the safeguard kick. And the Cell Division is going to once again be taken out. There it is. Kill goes over to aiming, as of course it does. Aiming now going to reposition. Great toggle on the vision from Jonas Strong there, as well as Andal's going to be wiped out. And yeah, D Plus should not get Ezreal, guys. I think it might be a tough ask for Quandong Freaks to win this game.
Yeah, I think
as Andal might be caught out because he's going to be there. He does rocket his way over. There's a really nice Mikhails from Kellen, though, as aiming. He's just raining the damage down. He doesn't even need to press an ult button because he's just going to kill everyone. Lucid trying to get himself out of there, but that's a triple kill for aiming. It's going to be a quadra. He's hitting everything as well. There's that quadra kill that we were talking about. Kingen's dead. But now Dudu is just trying to walk his way out. Lucid might just sacrifice himself for the will of the Penta. And yeah, the thumbs up comes through, so I don't think Dudu's going to be dying. So just going to have to be aiming. I did like your angle, though. That was almost a glass half full. All right, Showmaker realizing that he's going to have to try and vacate the area. Teleport to come through onto the Sun Disc, but Showmaker does not have very much. Oh my goodness, this safeguard was so good. Not going to quite be enough, though. Now Kingen's going to get rammed into the wall and destroyed. This Sun Disc is getting a lot of work done, though. So congratulations for that. And the aiming values coming in as well. Just throws the ultimate into Narnia because sometimes you have to let them survive.
You've just gotten this fed, you got your items. You want to pop off. It's a nice Mikhails cleanser from Kellen, the self cleanse.
Oh, even hits that that Q onto the Zac, who was trying to get on over. Penta.
Such an aiming move. Immediately Arcane shifts over, zero hesitation.
Oh yeah.
Wait, and solo killed
the solo bolo.
Wow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, that's a really nice cleanse from aiming. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive. All right, they're going to get crashed into by Shelly as the solo killing monster Lucid just comes on over. He's going to get another charge here as well. That was gorgeous. We thought that Peanuts drifting past the turret was cool. That was cooler. That's the double headbutt. D Plus are now taking an inhibitor at 20 minutes into the game. We want to remind everyone as well that this was our longest game of the season. Last time these two teams met, we broke that record, and now, yeah, this one's over at 21 minutes. An absolute shellacking. Just true domination, and Dudu is just going to get stunned in the air. Showmaker getting a bit confused and thrown around, but he's not taking very much damage. Emperor's Divide gets rid of the Zac. True Shot Barrage is flying through as well. It is very early in this game, and their health bars are going exceptionally low, but the Cell Division comes through once again. D Plus, they are so low, and now they're going to have to try and get out. The Extendo Beam, let's see whether that can get the work done. I can hear the Quandong Freaks fans. They are going ballistic. As aiming, he has to dodge it. He finds the kill. And now, Lucid, you're going to have to get out of there, buddy. I don't think this one's happening. But still, I think the message has been received. How many cleanses does aiming need, by the way?
All of them.
Okay.
I would be feeling a lot more optimistic about the chances of Quandong Freaks if this was any other 80 carry in the entire game. Even Zeri. I actually even think, like, Zeri would probably still be over, but I'd feel better about it.
He even got the auto attack off. What a boring game, says Kingen.
Oh yeah, I think he needed all of those, certainly.
Just so that he can Arcane Shift forward as much as he likes.
Yep.
He will never be CC'd. And although he will be CC'd for a great many days. Aiming going to be able to find it there as the Arcane Shift's over. Let's Bounce comes on through. That's a beautiful kick onto Bulldog. And it's another double here as Aiming looks for it. He actually thought that he just killed Leaper there. He did! And he did! Because the red buff finishes him off. He also takes down the cannon. That's very important. Dudu running for the hills. because he knows that's what he has to do. Just avoid giving quadras and pentas to aiming. And that is going to be precisely what he's going to do. Dudu and Cuz now on the fountain. The Nexus is in trouble. The flash forward from Lucid. And aiming still trying to find a few of these, but I don't think he's going to be getting a penta because the game is over, ladies and gentlemen. D+.
I don't know what else to, you know,
sometimes,
like damages and everything, but sometimes it is.
That's basically quadruple the damage of Leaper.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is a great Shyvana composition, but we'll see.
Oh, Zyra would be better. It doesn't feel like a Lucid champion, but we are going to lock it in. Also a terrifying composition if you are to get into a team fight with them having control of an area. We'll see how we go. Jump into the rift.
The mid lane is Corki against not Corki and not Lucian. And then Cuz is like, I want to play Nidalee.
Yeah.
But if they navigate the early game well, if they manage to get to the laning phase okay, I do think that the poke trio is going to be hard for D+ to deal with. But that's the big question. They are going to go for a lane swap, which I think makes complete sense in this situation.
With a couple of levels under their belt, which is going to feel a little bit better. Demolish, though, for Kellen means that they're going to be doing a fair bit of work to this bottom outer turret.
Yep. As you should be in this situation, when you want the 2v2 bot, you got to expect there's a potential swap coming in, and the Demolish makes a big difference in taking that. So we see that the essential takeaway is they dip out and avoid the rough early levels.
Yeah, he's still level 2. Level 4 here for King, and yeah, he needs this wave. He absolutely needs this wave. And there's the flash forward. Grasping Roots comes in. This is exactly what we were talking about. As the spear is going to connect onto King and the dash forward. Cuz gets a little bit back. And there is a teleport to come through here. Lucid could be in trouble as Cuz gets the flash out. The spear needs to land. It does not. So Cuz gonna have to back away still.
Forced away, and Cuz getting a kill, and now he can get some damage on Showmaker.
Yep, spear is going to miss though. So Cuz gonna have to hop over the wall, but Showmaker follows him. He does have very little of the blue stuff, but Cuz just gets over that wall, primarily surges himself back up to somewhat of a health bar, and we'll just go back home. Ooh, looking for a spear. That's going to stop the back of Showmaker. Kind of annoying.
And just give you a lot more breathing room, because I think champions like Leona, level 3, I mean, even level 2, but normally what happens in like a standard lane playing out, you don't get to touch the wave early because it's double ranged and they're so strong, Ashe and Renata.
Well, didn't misstep that time around as Dudu still has flash. There's a Stranglethorn.
Oh, the plant!
This one up, and the plant gives him the hop! Oh no! That was
Massive
beautiful.
Backfire there.
So that King can be that big front line later in the game. As we know that Renekton, if he's behind, really just doesn't feel like he does very much at all. It's okay, Solar Flare this time not going to really connect as Andal takes a big journey under the turret, but it's Kellen that's going to be the one that receives the death. And Kwangdong Freaks, they move to 2 versus 1 in those kill scores. This bottom lane going way better.
Yeah, it's close to Mega, so this is risky.
Well, they're going to do it again. Stranglethorns does come in as Dudu gets the Nara into the wall. Kingin is going to tank that last turret shot. Lucid tries to get in front, but it's just not going to be enough. And now Cuz looking to transition to another kill this time, as the screw is not going to quite connect there. Lucid going to flash as now looks for the return, but doesn't quite get there. Cuz throws out a optimistic spear.
Yeah, and it looks like D+ going to win out on this, especially with the Demolish in the bot lane, so they will be getting the first tower.
Yeah.
Actually, the Ziggs ult is
not able to get that last one, so that is first tower blood going over to D+. Quantum Freak's going to have to settle for second. I have a feeling that DK not going to be able to quite get in here in time as Kellen takes a bouncing bomb to the noggin, and that is going to be Cuz with the fadeaway. That locks down the second Drake and a Hex-Tech Soul this game as well.
Yeah. In stock of the game, we're now at a point where Quantum Freaks have managed to navigate the lanes okay. Gold is pretty even. They have 2 dragons. Oh, Kellen.
Yeah, that's a decent handshake once again as the hostile takeover comes in. We'll see whether Kellen's going to be able to survive, and the answer is no. The bailout, it comes forward. They're trying to fight this one out as Leaper. He's going to fall, aiming now, looking to try and kite out Andal. He does use the Zenith Blade to try and close the gap, but he is still very dead. And that's a double kill for aiming Zash.
Overzealous play, you know, D+ had the backing of their jungler there. They thought Kellen was alone. So good moves from Kellen. Even though he goes down, he made that play work. And now TP coming through. Kingen and Showmaker here handle. I think they're just dead.
Yeah, the double TP to come forward. Mega Inferno Bomb does come down as Lucid's in so much trouble. Right in the back of the pit there is the Gnar onto Showmaker as well, but Dudu's taking so much damage. Aiming is untouched. They do manage to get the Zyra, but now Aiming with that barrier is able to lock down the Ezreal. Bulldog trying to get as much damage down as he can. Kingen is fighting with the Rift Herald. Cuz is there, he's got Smite, so he'll be able to take that one out. See whether they get the opportunity to do so, because I also think that having a Zyra there can be pretty devastating as well. You were mentioning that this mid lane turret could certainly be pretty close to death.
It's not quite in range.
As Arrow going to connect onto the Ziggs. There's the flash forward. Stranglethorns goes down, but the satchel is gorgeous. And Bulldog's able to get himself out with the help of his flash as well. This Rift Scuttler. You can see D+ Showmaker playing bouncer. The arrow is going to fly in. A bit of a zoning arrow there, actually kind of working out. But Bulldog's going to take this turret in the top side. And the Zig's getting so much value. Outer goes down in mid as well. Absolutely worth.
Bulldog very close to Horizon Focus, second item. These are some big item spikes you can definitely play around. Arrow comes through.
Yeah, it's going to connect onto the flashless Zig. Sidestep from Lucid. He finds the grasping roots, Stranglethorns, but he gets the satchel off. Large damage from that Mega Inferno Bomb, but now the flash forward from Showmaker. Can he get it? Yes, he can. And that is going to be some revenge. That's going to help him out. These spears all need to be avoided. As soon as one of them lands, I think that that's just solved. Yeah. Going over to Kwangdong Freaks. And there is one of them. Kellen is just dead. He flashes forward. Kingen finding the backline there as well. And it's a decent ulti from Lucid, but in goes Dudu. He'll find the crush. He'll find the wallop. And out goes Lucid from the fight. Showmaker can't do anything. And I think we're going to game number 3 as Kwangdong Freaks will secure the Hextech Soul.
But so are D+. And again, the lack of engage tools is a struggle, but if they find a big arrow from Aiming, now is the time.
Well, Leaper is just going to try and throw all of his burst onto Showmaker. True Shot Barrage goes wide though. So Showmaker will be alive for now. Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. There is hope for days. And Kwangdong Freaks, yeah, Cuz even going to land that spear onto Aiming.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it is. It's not looking very fun. There's also a Mega Gnar that's just traipsing his way down this top lane, but nothing much to be found as 2 inhibs have been removed. We're looking for a teleport angle. Let's see whether Kingen can actually get himself in. He flashes for it, and he's just by himself. He's going to be ripped to shreds. Mega Inferno Bombs up once again, and the bailout is on Aiming, but he's just dead. Not getting out of this one. Bulldog, a massive game on this Ziggs, and Showmaker is just going to be torn from the rift. Kwangdong Freaks, welcome back to the LCK. We missed you. They didn't, and it was mitigated beautifully by Kwangdong Freaks. So I don't want to take anything away and say, oh, draft difference and things like this. For the Yasuo.
You're really selling me on this.
Right, Showmaker? Right, Showmaker? That's what we're doing. We got to. I mean, what else are we going to do in this? Okay, it's Tryndamere. Yeah, no, obviously it was always Tryndamere.
How didn't you know this?
I'm an idiot. That's why. I just should have known that it was going to be Tryndamere. We're doing a little bit of stats farming as well. You know, first Tryndamere mid lane. Let's jump onto the rift. They can find a win here. All right. Got a bit of an invade. As now Bulldog gonna get slowed down. Oh dear. Double harpoon's gonna connect. And
making
Valkyrie's away.
Start the Valk is pretty big. Honestly, I would have loved to have seen Kellen flash to burn his flash. How many times is that?
1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for the stats.
And 12 times less than the amount of times he's played Renekton.
Bandle getting a good result there. You know, Poppy, if you commit the flash for the wallbang, sure, but often hard to find a stun against the wall without that.
Well, Angel's going to be flashing away as Lucid looking for an angle here. The heroic charge does come down. Leaper's going to skate the wall. And Zeri.
And now Kellen looking.
Yeah, we'll find the crash down here as Leaper takes so much damage. Skates the wall, but down to 200 health. And that is Aiming and Kellen just taking some control here of this lane. You can see already, I mean, there is a big wave stacked up.
And it makes such a big difference to defend against this dive.
Yep, Lucid just going to walk in. That is going to be a plate taken as well. Heroic charge does come down as Kellen trying to crash out of there, but he's just dead. The teleport comes in from Dudu to save the play. He will lose out a bit as far as the top lane is concerned, but that is such good mitigation here from Kwangdong Freak. As Lucid will be able to grab at least the first one. And we've got another heroic charge onto Kellen. He's just dead. Just eliminated. Andal is a monster. That feels fantastic. Showmaker does have the ulti. He's now looking for it as the Void Seeker is not going to find the angle.
I will say as well, the Poppy pick, this final Poppy pick, as a duo will block it.
Yeah. Leaper really not able to reset very often. All right, Shattering Strike, there's the crash down onto Andal. Will they be able to punish this Poppy? That's the question. Steadfast Presence, he's trying to get out, but there's the flash from Lucid, and he just says no. That is going to be an answering kill, D+ on the board. Yeah, the Gnar wasn't a great option, as Andal is just doing whatever he wants, I guess. Bulldog now trying to deal with Showmaker here. Does, of course, still have the ultimate. Well, he's never going to die, but Lucid's also probably going to struggle to hold on to this one as the Glacial Prison goes wide. Equalizer is something that Andal has to deal with, though. Heroic Charge, he knows that he's dead. And now Kellen looking for an angle onto Cuz here. Dragon's Descent is up, and so Cuz can just Dragon away whenever he would like.
Yeah, you can see they were waiting for Andal. They're like, we'll wait for you, brother, and Andal's like, go without me.
Yeah.
Live.
He let go of the ledge and said, save yourselves.
Yeah.
And Leaper, so that's good news for D+, at least. As now Andal, he gets a ward down, and Steadfast Presence comes on through. That is a lot of value. It's not really one of those, as Cuz is going to get prisoned. Okay, there's the Keeper's verdict. As Showmaker comes on through here, and isn't really going to be able to do too much. In the meantime, Leaper's dead. Ward's being removed here by Kellen. And Lucid getting to work on this Rift Herald. Let's see whether they can find a Glacial Prison. Andal gonna take that one. Steadfast Presence was down. There's the Dragon Descent as Cuz just getting ripped to shreds. He is not tanky at all, but they still managed to get enough damage down as Leaper gonna get ulted on by aiming. He supercharges, and now he's gonna pick up a triple. Oh, it's aiming's Kai'Sa all over again. But still, it's a tough time. Let's check this one out from aiming's perspective.
Cuz just gets like one shot.
야, 쌈보자. 보자.
And then here, Andal goes for a nice play on aiming, but Summoner Difference, able to reposition, follow up for the kill, and then it's just easy cleaning up.
This is me, this is aiming, says aiming. Thank you, G-Sun, for the translation. Oh, and it's Stridebreaker on Showmaker as well. I was wondering what he was going to be building that Tiamat into. So
yeah.
Got to have a little bit more ability to team fight, as Bulldog doesn't get chickened. Showmaker takes a lot of damage. Lucid as well, now having to deal with 3 people, but he's so tanky. There's the crash down. Cuz is just torn apart once again. Oh man, I was expecting the Shyvana to be really good. What's going on here? As Bulldog almost dies to a harpoon to the noggin. And yeah, Kingen is just kind of playing with his food right now. Showmaker comes on over, and Bulldog is very dead. It was almost the Winter's Wrath that takes down the Corki, but of course it's aiming instead. He's 7-0-1, guys. Yeah, or more than one.
He just did his bite on Showmaker, and I don't think his health moved.
Well, Showmaker's health doesn't even need to move. As now Leaper is he's just dead. He's just dead, not able to skate out of that one. There's also a kill going over to Showmaker, who makes Andal a little bit frightened. You can see the frightened chicken up there. Love that.
And then we see aiming with the...
시바나 봐도 돼. 야, 제리도 볼게. 야, 제리 볼게.
Yeah, wait, going for Zeri.
제리 잡았다.
A lot of damage.
Yeah.
I gave it the benefit of the doubt as well. Like, going to each game, I'm like, let's see what this jungler can do.
Oh, the equalizer down as well, and now Bulldog, he's not going to be able to get out of this one. There's Killer Instinct. We all knew it was coming. And Cuz just going to be avoided by aiming. He still had the flash, still 1,000 gold. Goes to Andal! Oh god, that's not where they wanted the money, but he has been the best performing player on the team. As Showmaker is just spinning Slash over the wall into the enemy base. And he still has the ultimate. I don't think he's had to press it all game long.
This is his moody phase where he's by himself.
Andal. All right, he's going to look for that flank angle. They want to get Kellen. Magnus Storm onto 7 people or something, but he's still dead. There's no one else there. And Glacial Prison going to come in. Equalizers down as well. Bulldog and Leaper, both of the 80 carries are just roasted. Oh god, okay, Dudu wants all out of this game, to be honest, and he chose the wrong target because he can't win the 1v1. Not with this Kai'Sa. Aiming's too big, and that's going to be the ace. That will be the end of the game. And King proving once again that, yeah, you can't leave the Ezreal up, but you also can't leave the Rumble up.
I love how Rumble was just like was by far not like the main focus of this game. He kind of just did his thing top lane. He joins a team fight and one-shots everyone.
Yeah, just actually everyone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that champion's still broken.
Yeah.
Well,
it's me. All right, there goes the game, and D+.
I think it was fine, it made sense, you know? And they didn't sync it up too much with the Sejuani, but it had power there. But, I mean, ultimately...
Kuro's like, what are you doing, man?
I think the thing is with a team like Wonder
that he was going to be.
Oh, you know that 21,000 damage from King? I think... See that...
The last team fight?
That last team fight. I think he did 21,000 damage in that.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by the solo POG on the side of D+ Kia, Aiming. Congratulations on the win, Aiming. Thank you so much. With this 2-1 victory, you ended your losing streak. How do you feel? Yeah, it was a big bummer that we were on a losing streak, but today we managed to secure a win. So I think we can keep the momentum and pick up wins next week as well. And DK's matches against Kwangdong Freaks are always very intense. How did you anticipate today's match? Well, game 1 was very clean. So I was saying after that game 2, we got this, and then we actually lost. We didn't get it. And then game 3, we managed to bounce back and, get the series. But still, I think we do have to overcome the fact that we are a little bit wonky in game 2. I think that's one of our weaknesses. In game 1, you played Ezreal. So how did you react when Ezreal was actually let through? And why do you think they allowed it? I was not expecting it to be open, to be honest. So very happy to lock in Ezreal as the first pick, and I was like, this is a win. And then let's take a look at this replay where Ezreal was able to put so much damage. Well, obviously I was asking for a teleport, but he did not. Azure did not come with a teleport. So because of that, I managed to kind of play even better because I was in a very desperate situation. So I even got a quadra kill. Sadly, not a penta though. I really wanted to get a penta here though. And Shieldmaker hands up the keyboard and saying, "Fighting my team." 이때 1세트에 1812라는 and in that game, well, you actually scored 18 and 12 DPM, the highest DPM this season. Fantastic performance over there, so congratulations on that as well. But moving on to the second game, we saw Tryndamere mid appearing first time after more than 800 days. Is that a pick, like counter pick against Corki? Yeah, we wanted to come up with champions that can actually kind of exert more pressure up against Corki in the mid lane, so it was one of the picks that Shieldmaker practiced. Recently, jungle Shyvana has been making appearances, and it's the talk of the town right now, but we have a very mixed reviews of that champion right now. What are your thoughts on this? I'm on Team Shyvana is really bad, I don't know why she's on the meta right now, so I don't get it. Then no more Shyvana game on the side of, or like never a Shyvana game on the side of D+ Kia? I don't know. It depends on Lucid, how he prepares. And then game 3, there were so many kills, starting from the laning phase to team fights. And then there was a fancy solo kill moment by your Kai'Sa. How did you see that opening? I was, hitting the turret and then trying to get a proc of the Kraken Slayer. And then there was a fight opening up on the red camp. So I knew that the opponents will not pay attention to the mid lane. So I managed to go for the kill.
맞습니다. 골드킹인데요.
And aiming, everyone knows that you are the gold king of the LCK, and you already secured the gold king of the year already. Why do you think this has been one of your characteristics this season? I mean, it's all thanks to my teammates, you know, they always let me get kills and farm, so yeah, thanks to my team. And then at the end of the Game 3, Showmaker jokingly asked, aiming, are you going to be the gold king again this week? How do you feel about possibly being this week's gold king? I'm pretty sure I'm already secured, but I'm more focused on winning matches. And today, Kuro and Bono and also Sowan came to the venue to support you. I think you also got a former teammate buff as well, so anything you want to say to them? I invited 3 형s, you know, Kuro, Bono, and then one of them was late. I'm not gonna name any names, but you know, you guys have all the clue. But he's right there. You see them. But thanks to them, I managed to win.
다음 주 BNKPRX와의 대결이 기다리고
And
있습니다.
DK's next match is up against BNK.
저희가 이제 앞선 경기에서
And
좀 연패했지만
what are your
오늘
resolutions
경기 이제
as you aim for another
경기도
winning streak?
꼭 이겨가지고 이제 저희가 연승하도록
Even though we were on a losing streak for a little bit, I hope with this momentum we can start up a winning streak. And this will be the end of the interview with Aiming, and back to the space. Thank you.